This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Little Bluebird Studios, Comfort Fit Dentures, Alberto's.
Very good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
And Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport.
What's going on?
Now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Very good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here at Snowflake High School, where we got an interesting cross-conference matchup where the Lobos are going to be taking on the St. David Tigers. St. David 13-1 on the year, and only loss has come against Thatcher. Been playing an awful lot of big schools. That includes wins over such places as Safford, Sarita. They've been taking on all comers in southern Arizona and have come up the mountain and looking to get a little bit of competition. Last night playing St. John's, and now coming over to take on the Lobos, who are 9-3, but kind of difficult to get a read on what the Lobos are up to right now, in large part because they had so many football players who are playing deep into the 4A conference tournament schedule. We're going to have the national anthem here and do the starting lineups, and it'll be coming up right after this as we continue the broadcast of Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino. Since 2006, Beeler Orthodontics has been creating spectacular smiles in the White Mountains. Dr. Beeler and his team use innovative technology and cutting-edge orthodontics while still providing a hometown experience. From traditional braces and clear aligners to surgical orthodontics, Dr. Beeler works with smiles of all ages. So call them today to schedule a complimentary exam at 928-537-7775 or visit them at BeelerOrtho.com. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Oh, for crying.
Starting off the Tigers, senior number 13, Coy Richardson.
Here's Aaron Hewish with the starting lineups for the St. David Tigers.
Number 15, Kyden Richardson. Starting off the Tigers, senior number 25, Brayton Trejo. And starting off for the Tigers, senior number 30, Ryan Gooding. And now the starting lineup for your Snowflake Lobos. Starting Lobos senior number 5, Cooper Lapeer. Starting Lobos senior number 10, Lance Christensen. Starting Lobos senior number 21, Braden Lewis. Starting Lobos senior number 22, Cooper DeWitt. And starting Lobos senior number 25, Matthew Brimhall.
All right, getting ready to jump this up. 1A, 3A conference tilt. St. David coming up from southern Arizona to take on the Snowflake Lobos, 13-1 and 9-3 respectively. As the starting lineups have been read, we have an opportunity for a quick Ace Hardware keys to the game. If you need a key made any day or night, any night of the week, head over to Ace Hardware, 3 mountain locations. Hewish, give us a key.
Key to the game tonight is these are actually 2 pretty good teams, and this isn't your typical 1A team, so the Lobos are going to have to play defense. Same with the Tigers.
Well, we've got an awkward jump there that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be St. David basketball, in large part because Neither DeWitt nor Trejo could time that thing. It was way up there.
You know, Derek,
I think they might just go ahead and do that again.
I think we need to do that again because the clock hasn't even started. You know, Derek, one thing interesting and unique I found about basketball is you're not gonna hear from me as much as you normally do in the football games. So we're gonna defer to you for a lot of stuff tonight, and I'm just here for keys.
All right, it will be St. David basketball. As it's going to start coming to the near side where it's off on the wing where Richardson takes a look going down to the baseline's left side where he's trying to find a cutting Gooding, but it's knocked out of bounds with a flash into the passing lane from Braden Lewis. So keep it with the Tigers as it's inbounded near the corner, having a little bit of a hard time finding. Gooding's going to wind up coming toward the left elbow. Jump shots elevated from Trejo. It rolls off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Lewis. Here come the Lobos, already at the baseline, kick it back out to the corner, and then go through a little bit of a pocket pass to the left block, and a nice finish there from Rapier. You've been mentioning, Hewish, there's an awful lot of football players out there for the Lobos, and already touching on a couple as there's a nice hesitation with Goodington getting to the front court left side, but loses it off his foot, pursued by 3 players, and it's actually going to come away with Christensen, but he loses it, intercepted on the return. A series of turnovers as now Lewis comes into the front court's left side, stops at the arc. Uses a screen to get toward the baseline, high off the glass. He can't get the finish, but there's a nice putback there with Brimhall never coming down.
Not to interrupt your action, but go back to your point, Derek, is the Lobos had 7 players, including all 5 starters that were a part of that state runner-up run this year in football.
Very fleshy, both defense and offense, to get that one broken through the press up there on the right angle. Trejo looks at a cutter as he gets that inside. Carafa loses the basketball trying to go through the paint, taken away. Here come the Lobos after another turnover. Rapier all the way to the rim, high off the square, can't get that one. Rebounds tipped out by Trejo. Here come the Tigers, still looking for their first points. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first. Bounce it toward the corner near side in front of the Lobo bench. Elevating a jump shot, there is Richardson. Offensive rebound from Trejo. Back out to reset between the circles. 4-0, Lobos still lead. About a minute and a half in, and stepping to the left and pulling up for a jump shot. Richardson can't get that one down, and here's Lewis with another rebound. 4-0 the Lobos with the lead and the basketball.
Derek, it's also due to be noted that shot clocks are in operation here, and this is the first time that this season that these Tigers have run into the operation of a shot clock. However, it looks to me like they're pretty much a good running team and aren't going to really need that clock and slow things down and go what they need to do.
Brimhall, I think, got the steal and then gets fed after prior to that. I believe that was DeWitt who was able to get to the rim. Now 8-0 after another turnover. The Tigers right now plagued with some giveaways. They break the press again, going to the short corner of the baseline before coming back out to reset with Gooding. Here's a 3-pointer from the corner on the near side. It's going to be off the back iron. Rebounds tipped. Lewis with another loose ball as nobody stopped that one, but it went out of bounds. I'm going to say it's off to St. David. I think that's the right call.
You know, a little bit of fatigue here too, Derek, early on. These St. David Tigers came up and played the St. John's Redskins last night, and I'm sure they stayed the night and are trying to get kind of a tournament feel, but to come and play, you know, tournament games are one thing, but these regular season games back-to-back when you're on the road are very difficult. And this is a very good Tiger team.
You see Kyden Richardson there picking up the whistle on Braden Lewis. As they've been heretofore allowing quite a bit of contact on both sides, and the Lobos really trying to crowd him. Going out 35 feet from the basket. Up and down with the dribble. Coy Richardson. There's now a 5-second violation. Is going to be whistled, and I think that there's some of that fatigue that you're just referencing.
Absolutely, and we have a really good officiating crew. I don't know the gentleman far side of us right now, but we've got Mr. Quentin Hayes and Mr. Stacy Gillespie. I know both these men personally and absolutely do a fantastic job as the officials the AIA has sent us for the game.
Deflected with a trap toward the circle. It's deflected another time. Now trying to save this one back in play. Rapier, but it's right back over to one of the Tigers and going to the rim. Richardson, Kyden Richardson, is going to get some free throws because he didn't give up on that play.
No, and Braden Lewis is going to be whistled for his second personal, and I believe that is a team if I'm learning my statistics correctly.
Will be that.
But you know, Derek, we can't trust my statistics, that's for sure.
Nah, you save that for nerds. Off of Snowflake's bench, Easton Butler is going to have to wait for this free throw that's out of Richardson's hands, and now the Tigers have broken the seal. Snowflake starts off at 8-0 going over the first 3 minutes.
I believe that's Easton Butler, the young man checking into the game for the Lobos.
Now, after both foul shots go down, Tigers trying to trap in the backcourt. Butler hanging on to it, fires it past toward the center of the floor. Now into the half-court offense with Brimhall going back over to Rapier. Now drop it off short corner left side before skipping it to the right. Lots of action here from Snowflake as there's Brimhall trying to back down, but he lost his footing and traveled.
You know, Derek, I've seen the couple of things I've seen this year in high school basketball, and you know, it's a game that you and I follow, but I've seen a lot more traveling calls this year, it feels to me, but also that a moving screen violation has been a big one, and I think both of those really help the game and the flow of the game and what goes on, and you know, how these things are being called.
Double dribble there. It was an awkward exchange as Richardson was trying to find somebody to cut to, and I think he was either going to lose his footing or try to sell the I don't know the word to use. The accidental bounce?
Accidental bounce is a great word.
Lobos again patiently working their way through the trap. St. David settling into, I'm not sure what kind of defense we got going on there, but they're penetrating into it and then firing a pass to the outside was Rapier. And a foul whistle to stop play with Richardson.
You know, Derek, I'm curious as we're going to get back to action here pretty quick, but your thoughts as we go forward with the shot clock in the high school game.
I think anything to speed the game up is great.
I totally agree with you.
Three-pointer on the way from Butler. Up and good in front of St. David's bench. An 11-2 start for the Lobos. That is sponsored by somebody. Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer.
We'll give them all props.
Can't get enough of that. As a pass fired toward the corner on the far side, but it's going to be out of bounds. And Snowflake, speaking of speeding the game up, is doing a great job on the defensive end, really putting the screws to the Tigers as they got an 11-2 start and forcing turnovers on many a possession. They've given them back frequently.
Well, although these Tigers played last night against St. John's Redskins, the Lobos went down to Pima on Thursday and had a little bit of a rough night down there against the Rough Riders.
Christensen lost the basketball on the way in, but it rolled right to Claire, who's going to eventually get the finish, and it's a 13-2 start for the Lobos. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Trying to run away from a trap. Judd's able to get it to the far sideline. Now up and down Carafa. Reset as they push it again toward the right angle. Skip it left of the lane, just going back and forth. As now it looks like they got a matchup they like with Richardson getting a little ISO on Claire. Instead, he's going to throw it in front of the Snowflake bench with Gooding now going on the attack. He's high off the glass, but can't get the drop. Rebounds cleared by Butler. Snowflake looking to run. Cross-court pass gets this one to the left of the lane, and Rapier, who's got the finish. And the Tigers got to take a timeout. It's a 15-2 start after an 8-0 beginning. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Lobos are up big. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
Right now, the story of the ball game, the Lobos are dictating terms with their defense. The officials are letting both sides play. Both sides are turning the ball over quite a bit, I think, as a result of that.
You know, Derek, one of the things... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
One of the things that I find interesting is as the game's gotten sped up over the last few years, I feel like the turnovers have increased, not because of the fault of anybody, but the pace of the game.
St. David after the timeout, working it around left to right, and eventually get a straightaway look for Judd. Puts it off the back rim. Offensive rebound, re-elevated there for Carafa, and there's a way to get back into it, because I believe that is their first really clean look on a second chance effort to make it now 15-4. 2:44 to go as the Lobos break the press along the midcourt stripe, now along the baseline, kicking it back out. Butler goes to Claire, and he's got another finish. Claire saw him an awful lot in football, finding some space and just using his frame, doing the same thing right now. He's got to come back out and defend on the perimeter. Richardson, again, I think he's got that matchup that he could try to exploit. Instead, it's reversed. Judd going to try another three-pointer that's off the side rim. This time another offensive rebound. Back up goes Carafa, and he's going to have a three-point opportunity.
Interesting. We watch the replay here of the rebound. Great job on getting position. You know, Derek, as we look at common opponent and common scores, you look at these teams and you say, okay, the St. David Tigers lost to the Safford Bulldogs, as well as the Snowflake Lobos lost to the Safford Bulldogs. But I think it duly noted that that was at a time when Snowflake was missing 7 of their ball players, including all their starters. So you can't even really take that into consideration as we move forward in this game. The Lobos just absolutely dominating these Tigers right now.
Baum checks in as the free throw rolls off the side rim. 17-6, but St. David showing a heartbeat offensively is now trapped in the backcourt and getting very close to a 10-second violation. As Baum just checked in, gets it in the corner, comes over to Claire. A couple of bounces, right now left, gets into the paint, drop it off. Nice pass. Great look there for Brimhall. Set up by the big guy, Tyler Clare. 19-6. Snowflake up, bounce this one to an open look. Carafa has been getting it done on the offensive glass, but that time can't get the 3 down. Offensive rebound. This is the 3rd trip for St. David that's resulted in multiple opportunities. Has pushed this one to the corner near side. Richardson loses the handle. Looked like that time he was trying to break down Claire with the dribble. Instead, able to go through him with a nice cut after he caught Claire a little flat-footed. And right now St. David is finding some success getting toward the free throw line. They're not going to, yeah, that is in the act of shooting. And a lot of it just the hustle plays.
You know, Derek, what's interesting to me is I don't care what A you are, 2A, 3A, 4A, it's basketball. And they put, St. David has put 5, and we can look and say, oh, it's 19-7 right now. They are making quite a bit of changes and able to make a comeback. But at the end of the day, this is going to help them as they move forward in that 1A conference. And I think it was very smart of Coach Richardson to get this game up here with St. John's and with Snowflake and get his team better.
Kiden makes 1 of 2, 19-7. It was an 8-0 start and then a 15-2 run. As there's a pass, try to force it inside. Baum has it picked off, and now in front, 2-on-2 with Richardson going to the left, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled against the Lobos. But check it out now. That is team foul number 5.
I believe so, Derek.
And it's going to send the Tigers again to the free throw line where they've been making all sorts of hay.
This is very impressive because even, you know, I understand that Snowflake's bench might be a little deeper, but I feel like we're watching almost 2 very similar teams here in this first quarter. The size matchup, even the weight and the body type is funny to me, and we all understand the demographics in Snowflake and St. David are very similar. The gene pool's a little more shallow than we like it, but
I have no idea what you mean. Both foul shots go down. 10-point game. Tigers now with 70 seconds left here in the first quarter. Got to feel pretty good about where they're set up as Butler gets to the foul line, picks up the dribble, and has to force it back out to reset with Claire. Set a screen to move into the right side as Baum starts to come to the near side where it's handed off to Butler. Accelerates again to that foul line, gets cut off again. Force it back out to Baum. 12 seconds to shoot now for the Lobos as Baum gets toward the corner on the far side. Now mid-post. Claire tries to spin back, but loses the ball on his way up, though. A whistle stops play. And it looks like he's going to the free throw line now.
Is it a little interesting for you, Derek, to have the shot clock kind of hidden behind because you're used to it on the front of the basket in your college calling?
I don't know what you mean.
Because I was watching a game last night and the shot clock very prevalent on the front, but these baskets didn't allow that, so we got the and I see it pretty good, but I think that backboard's right in the way of yours. So when you said 12 to go, I thought that's an interesting call because I don't know how you can see that.
You know, I got joints, they move.
So Derek, back to my point about the gene pool. Your wife is from down in that area. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, she's from Joseph City.
Well,
You want to talk about shallow gene pools?
well,
What?
I have some.
One
I
of
have
2
like
free throws are good.
I have like 3 jokes I could say right now, but all of them would offend somebody in the town
No.
within a half hour of us.
We're going to save that for the fourth quarter. Here come the Tigers, trailing 11, 35 seconds left. There's about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. As they're going to push this in again to Richardson in front of the Lobo bench. I mean, eventually some of these threes are going to start falling from the Tigers. They're getting good looks as it's rebounded inside by Christensen, trying to drop this one off and start something in transition, but the pass is a little bit too far in front of DeWitt, and it's going to be out of bounds. I haven't been keeping track of turnovers, but both sides have been very generous with the basketball. Is now St. David, which again was down 8-0 and then 15-2, is trailing 20-9 right now and has a chance to go into the second quarter trailing in single digits. That's a pretty good place to be here on the road, playing your second game in as many days.
I actually think that's a very good place for them to be, Derek. They just had to find their groove a little bit and hit that second wind as you were.
Right of the lane, up and down is Wyatt Judd, who nearly loses the handle, able to keep that one away from Baum. Now 5 seconds, they got to start going. Push this one left of the lane, and now Richardson going right back. They didn't get it off. I don't think that was going to count, but credit again, that perimeter defense from the Lobos is coming out there. Both sides are being permitted to play an awful lot, and both sides taking advantage of it, forcing turnovers, but right now the Lobos with the early edge. 20-9, Snowflakes in front after one, and Cholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTop1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Lobos start the second quarter with the basketball, moving left to right along the scorer's table. They have a 20-9 lead, and a traveling violation is going to be whistled against Christensen, as it looked like he got held up between 2 different passing ideas.
You know, Derek, back to the turnover thing, I can't state enough, as I feel as the game has shifted from the, I don't want to call it old school basketball, because their coaches are very successful. They bring the ball out, call the play, set it back up, and go again. But this transition game does allow quite a bit for turnovers, so I'm actually a little more forgiving of it.
Outside, Richardson, side to side with his dribble, trying to get a little space around Claire. Even the big guy's getting out to defend 25 feet away. Is accelerating into the interior. Gooding bounces it towards Snowflake's bench and gets another touch as he goes out to the right wing, and Carafa. 5 seconds now for the Tigers to shoot. I don't think they've recognized. The buzzer's going to sound as the shot is elevated. The shot is short, beg your pardon, and it's going to be saved by Claire, running that one back over to Baum through the center of the court. He cuts. Fan out to the left of the lane before going back between the circles to reset with Butler. Neither side able to get some points in the first bit of the second quarter, but now an opportunity. Nope, not yet. As that will be whistled against Richardson.
That first time with that shot clock's got to be an interesting. You see the Tigers there, and interesting of the referees, they were able to make the mechanic well, let the ball play out, see if Snowflake got that rebound.
Oh, that's just the second team foul on the Tigers. No, third team foul. There we go. As Butler going to the baseline, puts it up short, but there's a nice finish there for DeWitt.
DeWitt's done a great job getting a lot of those plays this year, and been a workhorse getting those and being able to help his team out.
Snowflake backing off a little bit now after they get it into the front court. Judd takes this one as he's matched up with Butler on the outside. Nice cut there through the painted area and a better feed. Richardson to Richardson. Coy gets the finish. Give Kaiden the assist, and it's again just an 11-point game as Baum now trying to go 1-on-3, and looks like he's going to be held up and fouled.
We look at the replay on that one and see where the violation, actually it would be the foul, occurred.
Be Gooding.
Violation is not a foul, I believe, if my basketball escapes me.
Hey, man. Synonym is another word.
I love
for
cinnamon.
what you want to use.
I love, my wife makes great cinnamon rolls.
Right block, then through the paint. Nice block there on the recovery by Gooding. Rebounds cleared out by the Tigers. Here they come, getting doubled up. It's still just an 11-point game. They're down 13 in the very early going, but have been able to keep it in the neighborhood. Has pushed this one to the right wing. Carafa comes back outside and then go back to that right side where a three-pointer from Mateo Carafa is elevated, but he's got his own miss. Hold the phone, though. One of the Lobos, or was it one of the Tigers?
Derek, as I'm looking up the St. David Tigers schedule, they have played some very, very good teams and have done extremely well at their level. And I don't know if the PowerPoints have been released for that level. I'll check here shortly, but be interested to see where they sit at this point. They're doing a great job.
Gannon Carafa whistled for that push. So it's now the 15th foul, both sides with 5. On the outside, using a screen, then dropping it off on a nice little pick and roll. Great feed there from Lance Christensen as he finds DeWitt. He's got the last 2 buckets for the Lobos. Now it's a 13-point game, starting to get a little bit of that same separation as it goes between Gooding's legs. He's able to recover, penetrate, kick it out. 3-pointers on the way. It's not good. Carafa with another putback. That's his 3rd offensive rebound with a chance for points. Number 1, baby.
Number 1 in the rankings for the St. David Tigers, followed by the Hayden Lobos and the Mogollon Mustangs. Mogollon comes in with a 5-0 X-ray, followed by Baba Keevery. And always nice to see one of our local White Mountain teams up there, the Mogollon Mustangs. Who knows, maybe we cover them down the road a few weeks, see how Coach Slade, I believe, is doing down there with them. Let me check and make sure he's Mackey. Absolutely, Mackey doing a great job over there with his Mogollon Mustangs. Is I believe the first one was made.
Oh yeah.
But people can see that at home.
Second one also, that one rolls off. So 24-12, and the Lobos already into the front court's right side. Christensen steps to the left, going to try a contested 18-footer that's not good. But a couple of Lobos elevating and now pursuing that one, and I think they're going to get Baum.
I think that's going to be Baum's second.
It's the 6th now on the Lobos. So, that's the 7th. So that should be a 1-and-1, or should it not?
No, the table just whistled to Mr. Gillespie, the official, and Mr. Gillespie's going to bring the ball down, and we're going to get a chance to do some shooting.
Yes. So the Lobos now in the penalty. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half. And the Tigers have already done a great job getting to the free throw line. They got an opportunity to continue to make their way, as this time Coy Richardson, who scored right in that same neighborhood, puts up the front end and has that up and good.
Derek, I apologize for earlier. These St. David Tigers beat the Safford Bulldogs, who beat the Snowflake Lobos. My apologies to folks at home.
Amen. It's a tangled web. The second one, this time off the front rim. So they're probably shooting somewhere in the neighborhood of 60%. As a bounce pass comes toward the midcourt stripe, now accelerating and then coming into an open 3. Cooper Rapier was able to feed Cardwell, who couldn't get the finish. Wide open look. And now into the mid post. Richardson drops this one off, and another great feed. Richardson to Richardson.
There a relation there?
I'm guessing. It might be tied to the man on the bench as well. As there, Cardwell's able to find Brimhall underneath, goes up and underneath the basket, couldn't get the finish. DeWitt trying to get the put back. He doesn't have that one. Brimhall now trying to bounce this one back over to Christensen outside the right block, but it's deflected. A nice recovery there by the Tigers, who right now seem like they have everything settled down except for adjusting to Snowflake's speed in the open floor.
Well, the other thing, too, Derek, is this
you've been there. Wait
at elevation, and
yeah,
that could be a little bit of a factor as well, where these Lobos are a little more used to playing it, obviously, than the Tigers are.
Cardwell forces that entry pass, looking for Brimhall, and a foul's whistled against Richardson, Kaiden Richardson. And that's the 6th team foul on the Tigers, but that's Richardson's 3rd.
That's a little scary for them because he seems to be doing a lot of the work duties.
DeWitt in and out. Cardwell fakes a pass. Now he's going to try another 3-pointer. This one's off the back iron. DeWitt with the club. And that's going to result in more free throws. Right now, Snowflake aggressively pursuing these loose balls, but they got to know when to peel it back a little bit, especially now that they're in the penalty.
Do you think it's peeling it back, or do you think that's just, from what we've seen so far, that's how the Lobos are choosing to play?
It seems like how they roll.
I like the fast-paced, aggressive style of ball. It doesn't seem, it was interesting to me when Coach Joe Clare took over this program. I was curious to see what the changes would be made, and to be real honest, a lot of times when I watch these Lobos, I don't feel like we've skipped much. That they're still a kind of a run and a very controlled running style. Lends themselves to a few turnovers, but that's just the way the game has progressed.
I mean, a foul like that when you're already in with your opponent in the 1-and-1 and your defender has the rebounding position on you, I don't know what it would serve to try to go over the back like that. But that's again splitting hair when you got young men who are trying to make plays. As again the Lobos very patiently, well, as soon as I say it looked like they were patiently just going side to side to break this press, but then Butler whips a pass out of bounds. And look at this, 24-17, almost all of it being done at the free throw line, already in the bonus. And now with Gooding coming over the time stripe, the chance to make this one a pretty narrow ball game, all factors considered. Remember, it was an 8-0 start for Snowflake and then 15-2 after that. Patiently weaving it along the perimeter. Richardson hands off Richardson. give way now as Carafa tries to go inside, but has the dribble poked away, and Rapier going end to end, and a huge 4-point swing potential. Make it a 9-point game when it looked as if St. David was trying to potentially get this down to 5, and now Butler nearly pokes it away, but using the dribble to maintain possession is Gooding. Richardson accelerates right to left and kicks it back out straight away. Gooding in front of the Lobo bench. Coy Richardson's trying a three-pointer. That's not good. Rebound is had by Butler. Throws a pass that was behind Rapier, but he's able to get his hand on it. Drops this one off to Brimhall. Short corner right. Double team. Dribbles out. Bounce it back out to reset between the rings. It's just pushing out to the left of the lane on the wing. Cardwell sends it right back. As Cardwell gets it again. Skip it to the right side. Rapier wanted to bounce that one to Brimhall, but he was moving out. And it was intercepted by Gannon Carafa, and the Lobos again. That's reach and foul, and now that's this is going to be the last of the bonus before the next 3 minutes and 7 seconds are going to be 2 free throws.
Derek, too, it seemed these last couple of possessions, and again, it's observation, not criticism. It seems like there's been a little careless nature with the ball. We threw one into the stands, and then that one was thrown away through the defense and through nobody on the offense. I don't know if the Lobos are confused that the Tigers are wearing navy blue or what's going on here.
I'm going to go with the color.
Well, you know.
I mean, the turnover before that, it was thrown to nobody.
Oh, that.
So
nice
what color are the ghosts wearing?
That nice young lady's wearing a blue hoodie over there.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Both free throws are good. And now Snowflake's going to take a timeout with 3 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the half. 26-19, the Lobos have the lead, but St. David continues to lurk on Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
(26-19), the Lobos lead. The biggest development right now has been how St. David's been able to manufacture trips to the charity stripe to keep the Lobos from running and hiding. Both teams have been struggling with turnovers. One player's in foul trouble as Richardson recently, Kaiden Richardson recently picked up his third, but he's going to ride out there. I think that's a good decision here early in the season, learn how to play with foul trouble.
I don't think it's a bad decision at all. I think it's very good of Coach Richardson over here to do that and, you know, prepare his. It's a lot of seniors starting, but prepare his team for a potential run.
That one kicked out of bounds, so they'll put 35 seconds back on the timer. Rapier takes the inbound, goes to Claire, who's triple teamed. Rapier then goes inside and out. Cardwell with another opportunity. This time he's able to get it down. Damian Cardwell hits the Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer out of the timeout. That's something that both teams are probably looking at as some lost opportunities. As they're penetrating, Carafa goes into some contact, but while he is not given the whistle, he's able to set up Richardson, who is.
Well, Derek, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of almost feels understated now is the foul situation and making it, you know, making your free throws count is huge at this point in the game. And you also have the young man with his third personal playing and going hard. So
looks like they ruled Cardwell's long shot to be a 2. So it's 28-19 after Richardson's first free throw rolls off. And the second one's nothing but net. Nope, now they got it 29. I'm only reporting on the scoreboard, y'all. 29-20. Snowflake with the lead. Cardwell, who just struck from that same neck of the woods, goes to the elbow and then gets it right back on the right side. Bounce it into DeWitt, then quick reversal where Butler's going to make the extra pass. Oh, they had an open three. Instead, it's going to be kicked back out. Fake a pass. Butler going through the paint. Somehow winds up with DeWitt, who's going to put that one up, and it takes 2 trips around the rim before it falls. Lobos had 2 open threes, I thought, but instead were able to get the shot right at the rim.
And that might be a coaching point. We don't know what came up with, but, you know, Cardwell, when he gets hot, he's a young man that is a very good shooter. Cooper DeWitt with that score there, that's what Cooper's done very well and very good all year, has made that basket and helped his team out.
Nice penetration from Richardson, but looked like the intended receiver was not in the neighborhood, so the Lobos get another turnover. Butler now goes into some pace, drops this one off right block. DeWitt right at the rim, but has his shot blocked. I think in the neighborhood was Carafa and Gooding both. St. David comes down with the rebound, trailing 31-20, a minute and 39 seconds left. Inside and out, Carafa is going to set it up with Coy Richardson. Gets it to Gooding, mid-post, turn face up and come back top of the key. Kaiden Richardson still playing with those three personals. As Carafa comes left of the lane, Richardson going side to side. Ball fake and then going on the attack. Gooding stops at the foul line before going back out. 7 seconds now for the Tigers to shoot. They're going to recognize and elevate. Another good look, just won't drop.
Derek, if St. David are having some of these threes drop, it would be.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're 0 for in the 3 range, and I think they're about 0 for 11 is the statistic I have in my head, which isn't official, by the way.
Going to try another one. And it's up and good. Carafa, I believe he's already hit one of those. So now he's got a Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer. Pretty sure that's his second.
I just need to be a negative Nelly.
There you go. Save that for the YouTube commenters. Is now trying to answer. That one's off the back of rim, and rebounds pulled down by Carafa. So 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 31-23 St. David, which was trailing by 8 at the early going. And now with a chance to go into the locker room, down just a couple of possessions as Carafa thought about another one. Steps to the left. That's a tough shot, but it's rebounded inside by Richardson. He can't get the bunny. Here come the Lobos. Shot clock is off, but they're going on the attack, but it's blocked by Richardson.
Great block by Richardson there. That's why he's obviously still in the game with 3 fouls.
Carafa in the corner. Ball fake. Nearly loses it and throws this one off of a player, but not before his foot was on the sideline. As here you see a nice feed with a cross-court pass in transition. Rapier thought he had an open look, but Coy Richardson.
That was the other Richardson. Yeah. That was my mistake, Derek, which I'm prone to make mistakes.
3 seconds left. Butler recognizes. He elevates the 3 that's over the rim and not good, and the Lobos will settle for going into the locker room with the same 8-point lead that they had at the start of it. 3 minutes into the ball game, Snowflake had scored the first 8 points, and now at intermission, it's 31-23. The Lobos are in front as we will start the halftime show that's brought to you by
Horn Auto Center?
Somebody. Sholo. No, it can't be that. Is it Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport? There we go. Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Since 2006, Beeler Orthodontics has been creating spectacular smiles in the White Mountains. Dr. Beeler and his team use innovative technology and cutting-edge orthodontics while still providing a hometown experience. From traditional braces and clear aligners to surgical orthodontics, Dr. Beeler works with smiles of all ages. So call them today to schedule a complimentary exam at 928-537-7775 or visit them at BeelerOrtho.com. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
We're there.
Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report as Snowflake leads 31-23 at halftime. Interestingly, Hewish, it was an 8-0 Snowflake run that started it. It looked like the Lobos were flirting with running and hiding as they ran out to a 15-2 start, but the Tigers took a timeout. Biggest adjustment after that, looked as if they were making a concerted effort to try to get to the rim. That could either be with dribble penetration or it could be with just crashing the offensive glass. Regardless, they were able to manufacture many a trip to the foul line. Both teams at one point had 5 team fouls, but whether it be, it's just going to depend on your perspective. If this is the Lobos playing with a little bit more aggression, or if it's the Tigers remaining a little bit more composed, the Lobos weren't able to manufacture the same number of trips, and really that's the only way that the Tigers at this point have been able to keep it close is by getting to that charity stripe.
Absolutely, and I think it's a combination of both. I think the Lobos are, the nature and style of ball they play is very aggressive. The other thing you notice, you mentioned the 8-0 run to start the game. It was, I believe we had a 15-2 score at one point.
Yep.
And, I mean, to be able to come back and be, in my opinion, still within striking distance at 8 here is a great job by these Tigers in utilizing every opportunity they're given. And if they can capitalize on their threes and keep their free throws falling, this could turn the tide real quick.
The other thing to consider from the St. David perspective is they've been getting all sorts of really great looks. had many a open three-pointer that was not able to get knocked down. But again, so has Snowflake, as both sides here playing on a Saturday afternoon have not been able to get a couple of these wide-open threes that go down. Snowflake, which has been having a little bit more success in its half-court offensively, doesn't seem as if it's been necessarily something it needs. St. David, which is still trying to compensate for an 8-point differential, is probably going to need some of those shots to fall. Else it's going to need a lot of trips to the free throw line. But the Lobos right now, another thing for them to consider, Kaiden Richardson, who picked up his third personal. In fact, he's got half of all of the fouls that have been committed by St. David Tigers. He's got the 3, and it might be something that they want to attack. But he was able to navigate through most of that second quarter with them.
He was able to navigate most of the way through that second quarter, but did a very good job of keeping, I don't know if it was composure or just maybe his aggressive style of play. These Tigers play a very similar style of ball, except it seemed that they just didn't get as many of the shots to fall, as it were, in this first half.
31-23, we'll have the second half starting for you right after this. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on NightTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
All right, start the second half after the conclusion of the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report. The Lobos are going to begin the third quarter with an 8-point lead on the defensive end. St. David inbounds to Kaiden Richardson. Takes this one near midcourt before accelerating along the near sideline. Stops at his bench, then kicks it back out to Trejo. Trejo with a couple of bounces. Coy Richardson takes it at the wing. Push this one left of the lane. Carafa's going to try a three-pointer that's off the glass. The bank is closed. Rebounded, and an overhand pass going into the front court where Rapier had already leaked free. That was shades of LeBron's Miami Heat as he's got that one off the glass to score it. Now another 10-point game. I believe the largest lead that Snowflake had was that 13-point margin that it matched a couple of times as Kaiden Richardson stops at the baseline. Back outside where Trejo is waiting. Comes again in front of the St. David bench. Carafa finds Coy Richardson. And right back to the right side. Quick bounce pass, Kaiden Richardson, 10 seconds to shoot. Getting shut off. All this stuff happening along the perimeter. As there's 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and a three-pointer's on the way, but up the side rim, but another offensive rebound. Reset that one all the way out to 35 as Kaiden Richardson's going to try a three-pointer. It's off a high bounce off the back iron and then drops. A Comfort Fit Denture 3. And it's an 8-point game.
It's back down to a manageable lead, and the Lobos can't seem to break this one open where they want to.
Is it Bear Fisher?
Bear Fisher, the freshman, checked in, as well as Mr. Boone, number 32. Braden Lewis, Cooper Rapier, Bear Fisher, Boone, and Christensen on the court for the Lobos.
There you have it. While we were trying to figure out who was who, I don't even see why the Lobos lost possession, but they did.
So Derek, I didn't catch it either.
90 seconds in. And here come the Tigers. Jab step and going side to side again along the perimeter. St. David right now, wait a minute. A traveling violation. I thought they might get Lewis with a reach, but instead got Gooding, who lost his footing. And after the Lobos turn it over.
Oh, he did. On the replay there.
Ball fake as Rapier's underneath, and he gets that one off the glass after he got a player in the air. I think that was Richardson, who was trying to avoid his 4th personal. So the Lobos make it a double-digit lead again, 2 minutes into the second half. As it's pushed now off to Gooding. He's going to try a three-pointer that's short. Rebound's tipped by Carafa. Saved again, another opportunity. As St. David puts up that three-pointer out of Gooding's hands. It's a Comfort Fit Denture 3, and look at this. Some of those three-point shots are starting to fall for the Tigers.
Absolutely.
Just a 7-point game as there's a pass along through the back door, and it's another nice handle there from Rapier, who's able to elevate and get that one with another kiss. Well, he's got the last 2 buckets for the Lobos.
Let me ask you this, Derek. Do you feel like the three-point shots are coming because they feel like there's a panic of being down?
No.
Or is this the style of ball that they're playing?
They've had open looks throughout the first half. Now they're just watching here and they're starting to drop in the second half. As here's another one that's coming up short. That one was not the most open of looks, but it was nearly an offensive rebound amidst 3 Lobos, though it will go out of bounds off of one of them. So Gannon Carafa is checking in.
Seems like the Lobos are just teetering on this 8, 9, 10 point
everyone,
lead
it's
all
Joe.
in the second quarter, here in the third as well. And the Tigers are not backing down at all.
Inside and out, open look. Coy Richardson's got that 3-ball up and good, and heads up a 6-point game after that Comfort Fit Denture 3-pointer. Less than 5 minutes to play. And it's just a 2-possession ball game again after Snowflake started 8-0 and 15-2. In front of the Lobo bench, Rapier, who's got the last 2 drops. Kicks this one back out after penetrating. And now after losing his footing, Brimhall forces a pass inside. Fake a pass, and then Lewis going on the attack. Drop this one off where it's over the rim. No good. Rebound is cleared by the Tigers. Knocked down 3 3-pointers in the second half as Gooding with a high dribble brings it into the front court. Go to the corner. 3 is on the way, but it's over the rim. Rebound's tipped and taken by Richardson, who loses his footing, and it's out of bounds, or a foul is called. He's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Derek. Looks like DeWitt and Brimhall into the game for the Lobos. St. David not doing a lot of substitutions. It looks like their bench has 5 gentlemen dressed on it. And so they're a couple of them still have their warm-up tops on, so not a lot of substitution. So
I might have been calling Christensen Brimhall.
You had them both in there, but you corrected yourself once. They're both very similar style of play. Matt goes down underneath quite a bit more.
Brimhall is right now on the baseline. Inbounds this one to DeWitt, right back to Brimhall, trying to go up and underneath the basket. A nice finish there for another Braden Lewis.
We called his name a time or 2 this football season.
Yeah, we did. Now trailing 8. Richardson comes back outside to Gannon Carafa. 1 dribble. Then off to Coy Richardson toward the left wing. Can't get toward the center with the right hand. Passes it off to the right of the lane, and now in front of the Tiger bench. Bounce it right back to Richardson, who tried to penetrate at the top of the defense, but instead has to go right back over to Gooding. Gets it back, shoots a 3 that's wide right.
Great job by the Lobos there to spread out that rebound.
Cleared down by Lewis. They have been trying to limit the second opportunities that the Tigers have had. Is there an interesting start to the offense with a high pass to Lewis, handled by Christensen, and was able to force it inside to get the finish. And after their lead was trimmed to 6, the Lobos got it back out to 10 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play here in the third. Left wing, 3 on the way from Carafa. It's not good. And here's Rapier elevating for the rebound. He's got 2 players in front, goes to the right, where he's got Christensen trying to go back through the paint, where Rapier got the late feed, couldn't get the finish. Well defended on the inside. Another opportunity here after Christensen comes away with the loose ball. The whistle stops play. Somebody call a timeout. Timeout on the floor with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the third. 43-31. The Lobos are in front on Cholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Cholo. People are saying to me, hey, Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center. We're using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
Snowflake forces St. David to use a timeout in the third quarter. They've scored the last 6 points of the Lobos. Had the lead trimmed to 6, but are now at 43-31. As there see Brimhall with the finish after he got the feed from Christensen, and now breaking into the open court, but having a hard time with the short hop was Gooding.
That was just a hair short of being a nice fast break there, just a tip off the hands of 30 for the Tigers. That is Gooding.
Rapier's going to start the offense for Snowflake. Goes into Christensen. As St. David right now, a little bit of a zone defense. And Snowflake bounces it to the corner on the left. Back outside, Lewis surveys, watches as a cutting DeWitt, takes that one in the interior, elevates for 10 out and gets it as he's fouled. That was a great set there by the Lobos. Foul's going to be whistled on Gooding, I believe. Yes, that's his second. Just the first team foul here in the second half. So DeWitt, who I believe he's in double figures.
He's got to be pretty close to it, and it's just good to see the Lobos sinking their free throws. Never an understatement how important free throws are to a team, and especially down the stretch, making those. You know, that can be the difference in obviously a 2-point ball game.
9 straight points now scored by Snowflake. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play as Richardson retreats, then accelerates to penetrate and kick it back out to the top of the key where a three-pointer's up and good from Gannon Carafa. The Comfort Fit Denture three-pointer stops 9 straight points scored by the Lobos.
That was a little bit of a run there by Snowflake. It was three-pointers are scary for momentum. Either team you're rooting for.
Oh, trying to go through the back door, but when not or unaware, I should say, is Lewis. Now 2-on-2 break, and an offensive foul is committed by Coy Richardson after settling into the defense outside of the restricted areas. Christensen.
That's going to be his second, I believe, which it's his first. So that's good news as Easton Butler and Baum check into the game for the Lobos.
Rapier and Christensen check out. They've been initiating an awful lot of Snowflake's attack here.
They've been doing a very good job.
12-point lead as this one's kicked toward the St. David bench.
You know, St. David. You know, Derek, an understatement is St. David has played some great defense today, and we've seen a lot of very good things from them defensively.
Just $1:40 to go here in the third. It looked like it was tightening up, but the Lobos have had a response as this one's right, the right block, and Brimhall is able to get that catch after Butler was able to get him with a great find. St. David now trailing 14. Clock approaching 1 minute to play as Gooding comes in front of the Tiger bench, nearly loses the dribble, but he's able to maintain, save it back out to Richardson. Richardson with a screen, goes away from it. Passes this one out toward the left wing where Carafa, who's had a hot hand at times. This time he's on the attack, trying to go with the teardrop. It's not good. Nearly an offensive rebound, but 2 players go down. And looks like they're going to go with Carafa.
Derek, we don't have the exact points in front of us, but it sure does look like the points have been spread around from these St. David starters pretty well and pretty evenly. You mentioned Carafa was on a run earlier, and trying to get back on track. But these 3-pointers have really helped their team, and if they could get some momentum, they could still make a run at the end of this game.
1 minute to play. Touch inside to DeWitt, kick it out to Baum. He goes on the attack, but the interior defense collapses on him. Shots blocked, already into the front court with Carafa now trying to go to the right side. Looked like he went through a little bit of a hip check and couldn't get the finish. Snowflake with the rebound. They're right back going to the left side. Butler accelerates right to left. He hits the deck. Now pass it inside where an extra pocket pass. DeWitt's able to drop that one off for Brimhall. And a great finish after quite a flurry of activity. 30 seconds to go. There is 1 second separating the shot and game clock. And now being pushed, DeWitt knocks Gannon Carafa to the ground and helps him up with a smile.
That's going to be the third team foul, but it's only DeWitt's second. I don't think anybody on the floor, with the exception of Richardson, is in foul trouble. And is Richardson even in the game right now? Yes, he is. They're going to, but these St. David have not subbed very much.
Gooding forces this one into the corner, and Richardson gets it right back. Trying to hold for the last shot. 22 seconds as he uses a dribble, then goes back between the circles where Carafa retreats. Goes off to Kaiden Richardson before going to Coy at the top of the key. Starts right, crosses over the left, 10 seconds to play. Gooding back over to Carafa. He'll step to the left, try a difficult three-pointer that's off the front rim. Couple of quick touches after the rebound was pulled down, and Butler's able to run underneath it, but can't get the drop with the left hand. And Snowflake, which watched its lead get trimmed down to 6, goes down into the fourth quarter leading 50-34 by virtue of a 9-0 run. But still a 16-point lead as the Lobos are looking to put the clamps on this one. Got 1 period to go. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Final quarter, Snowflake leading 50-34. Hewish, we talked at halftime, it seemed as if St. David can continue to get to the free throw line and knock down some of these open threes that it was having at its disposal, this could turn into a pretty tight game. Couldn't get to the free throw line, did knock down some three-pointers, and the game did tighten up, but the Lobos had an answer and are now going into the final period leading 16.
Oh, Derek, they only committed 2 fouls in that quarter as we look at the scoreboard, and high school ball is a lot about momentum, but a lot about that foul call, and sometimes you can live or die by those 3-point and free throws in this game.
But if anybody's grumpy about it, you just got to look at the adjustment that the Lobos made as Cardwell's trying to get inside, goes back out to Butler, penetrate, drop it off right block, Claire. Great find again by Butler, but to finish that thought, Snowflake has really tightened up its discipline, not pursuing loose balls with reckless abandon, not trying to get rebounds when they don't have position, and it's really made it a little bit difficult for the Tigers to get some points.
Well, after that game they played in Pima the other night, as we go to the replay here, that game in Pima the other night, the Lobos faced a very good Rough Rider squad. Of course, they had won the state 2A football championship, and the Lobos went down there. And to me, after watching that game down there, they've adjusted a lot of stuff, especially in the second half.
That is a dangerous pass, but Claire is able to find Brimhall. Now a three-pointer on the way. A Comfort Fit Denture 3 answers after the Lobos are able to get a 20-point advantage. I think Claire threw a bounce pass in traffic from an underhanded position as he loses that one off of his hip. But dangerous pass.
It almost looked like it was underhand as well as pushed.
Yes.
But it was almost dead on the money, and sure hand put that in by Brimhall.
I think that was a pass as a tribute to his cornhole game.
Nah, I don't know Tyler as much as a cornhole player.
No,
but we can talk to him about that.
It looked like a cornhole release. Bounce this one to the far side. Carafa, quick closeout there on the recovery from Baum. Reverse it to the right side. Richardson goes inside the arc. Gooding, one bounce to the left, and goes right back to Richardson down the right lane line. He tries to go back through the paint, but it's deflected. Saved by Carafa. Gets that one back to Carafa, and now Coy Richardson pushes that one off the back rim, nearly with the friendly bounce. Instead, it's rebounded by Carafa, but he fell down on the baseline, and we'll turn it over to Snowflake.
Give another opportunity to the Lobos here as St. David's just having a rough time getting back in this one.
6:20 to go. Again, it was taken to a 6-point lead for the Lobos before Snowflake went on a 9-0 run, and now a traveling violation on the outside. Butler lost his pivot foot.
He did lose his pivot foot there, and Mr. Gillespie, the official, right on top of that call, made the good call. Yep, as we see it on the replay. Made the call, and going to be a turnover to the Tigers.
Nearly 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, Gooding spins into a long two, and he's able to bury that one. He's able to get it down, but I think he would have liked to have another 6 inches to try to make sure that one was going to be a three-point opportunity. Now it's deflected on the outside. Richardson steps underneath the basket, tries to go up and underneath, can't get the finish, but he is bumped and fouled. And this is how the Tigers were able to keep it close in the second quarter, get to the free throw line, aggressively taking that one to the rim after forcing the turnover. And here comes Kaiden Richardson with a chance for an easy deuce.
Well, as St. David coming back, even if they do fall short in this game, it's going to be a great learning experience, because I don't know at their level until they get to the state tournament if they're going to see a team that's this fast.
These Lobos are also strong. As here, 3 players coming out, 3 going in are Rapier, Lewis, and Christensen. Checking out a Rapier bomb and a third, as the second free throw is up and good. So Richardson makes them both, makes it a 13-point game. Now I believe it is the Tigers who've scored the last 7. As this one double teaming Christensen gets to the free throw line, loses the dribble, another turnover as this was thrown into the front court to Richardson, trying to go back to the left, looking for Carafa, but it was knocked out of bounds by Rapier. It's some great transition D.
That was a great job by, was that Rapier? It was so. Lewis, actually.
Oh, Lewis.
Lewis knocked that out. Rapier was right there on top of it as well.
Great play out of bounds to feed Richardson. Curling around the free throw line, then breaking down to the left block, and he's made it an 11-point game. Snowflake's got to tighten up with the basketball. Claire has it, short corner right, back up top. Lewis, ball fake, nothing there.
Richardson sure had a good game today for the Tigers, Derek.
Claire trying to back down Carafa. Nice move on the one-on-one post play from Tyler Clare. And
Tyler Clare moving.
9 straight points scored by St. David.
So not only can he pass, he can score.
Carafa coming back over to Richardson. I'd like to see him try to take Clare off the dribble. There's Gooding. Starts the reversal. Coy Richardson now left angle. With the right hand, he comes along the foul line with a pass to Gooding. 10 seconds to the shot clock. And 3-pointers elevated from Gooding. Comfort Fit Denture 3 makes it a 10-point game. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to play.
These Tigers doing everything they can to hang around and be a little bit of a thorn in the side of the Lobos here.
And now after forcing another turnover, Gooding induces Christensen to reach in on him. That'll be the 4th Snowflake team foul. 4.5 minutes to go, and a great way to try to make up 10 points is stopping the clock and getting to the free throw line. They've still got to get 3 whistles till they do that.
It'll be interesting to see, too, if we're going to have an issue of them starting to put the 3 up, because they're starting to get a little hot from behind the arc.
Claire, quick close out there to Richardson. Pass on the entry was deflected, but Gooding's got it. Now Carafa goes to a short corner jumper that's off the side rim. Rebounds tipped by Richardson. Gathered in by Christensen. Here come the Lobos leading 10. But not too long ago, it was a 20-point advantage. Inside and out to Rapier. He's on the attack. Surrounded by Tigers. Somehow gets that one dropped off to Brimhall. Couldn't get the finish. Richardson comes out of it. Comes back to Coy Richardson. But he was trying to throw that one a little bit too late and throws it behind. And that's going to stop play after the turnover. Allowed DeWitt to come in. But I think the Lobos got something to talk about. 4 minutes and 2 seconds to play, 56-46. The Lobos are up late. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center and the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. People are saying to me, hey Joe, what's going on with these used car prices? Well, we have to use live market value when we take people's vehicles in on trade. We're giving top dollar right here at Horn Auto Center, using live market value, what vehicles are selling for in the last 90 days. Horn Auto Center, the Chevy and GMC store that saves you more.
Snowflake had a 20-point lead and looked like it was ready to go and hide. Lobos have their lead halved, now up 10. So it's playing a little bit more like the first quarter, where both sides are a little sloppy with the possessions. But thus far, the Lobos, the benefit of having a 20-point lead, can be a little bit more liberal with the basketball as they're going side to side right now along the midcourt stripe, eventually break it. Rapier and Christensen going again left to right. Christensen now on the right side, gets a quick touch after Clare is going to go to a breaking DeWitt, and a great find again. You got these two bigs with DeWitt and Clare who are able to find one another. It's going to be really hard for a lot of teams to defend them.
You know, DeWitt did that was a great.
Claire just forced a turnover, and then he's going to draw the personal. Is there a nice feed to a cutting DeWitt from Claire?
Credit the Lobos too, Derek, for they seem to have been coming out to the corners and spreading the defense a little bit, as able to get those inside passes and those easy buckets. Although DeWitt definitely didn't make that look easy. He made it look easy, but that was not an easy play.
Kaiden Richardson just picked up his fourth. Now DeWitt 10 feet out on the baseline, gets that one up and good. And what was a 10-point game was quickly out to 14 after the timeout. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. St. David has some time. They're just going to have to get some of those to go down. As a three-pointer from Carafa's up and good. Rebounds tipped out. Nobody there but Rapier tries to bounce this one in traffic where he's looking for a breaking DeWitt, but it was deflected out of bounds, or it was kicked away.
Here we go on the replay, and look at that shot by DeWitt. It bounces up and then bounces in. He's having a pretty good game for the Snowflake Lobos.
J.J. Hall just checked in.
J.J. Hall, the junior for the Lobos.
He's a junior.
Number 3, yes, he is.
There's a nice find. Christensen that time along the baseline to Claire. And that's the third bucket that the Lobos have been able to get out of the timeout, going to the baseline's right side.
Derek, I at least hope Hall's a junior, because that's where his picture's set in the yearbook pages. And if he's not, that's going to be some interesting discussions if I put him in the wrong spot in the yearbook.
I would hate to be on the receiving end of those phone calls.
It is what it is. Nobody said the yearbook was great. They just said it was getting close to being done.
No, okay. Thought that the P word was going to be dropped somewhere in there, but perfection isn't even part of the conversation, apparently.
It's a student publication.
Okay. 16-point Snowflake lead. Yearbook forthcoming. As it's up top, Richardson hands off to Carafa. It's been the best scoring option there as he tries to spin into traffic, has it stripped away. Loose ball picked up by Bear Fisher. Cardwell now coming up to the left side with an overhand pass to Hall.
The junior
is up and not good. Rebound taken by Carafa. Drops this one off now Richardson as he's trying to get again to that three-point line. 2 minutes and 15 seconds in. That one's up the side rim. Richardson with the rebound up and good. Take that one away from Ty Boone.
There's the replay. Ty just getting underneath with the body.
Richardson's done a great job navigating the ball game with foul trouble as Butler comes in to replace Lance Christensen. He's had so much he's had to do to get the Snowflake offense triggered as the three-point play is attempted and converted. And a nice play there from Kaiden Richardson after another couple of points from a putback. Makes it a 13-point game. And a traveling violation in the center circle, that time with Bear Fisher. So they got time.
It's a big lead for high school basketball, but if they could get hot on these threes like you mentioned earlier, it sure makes the game a lot. But no matter what, these St. David Tigers are going to take a lot of learning from this game and move forward in their season. It's playing these Lobos is going to help them out points-wise. Might be a little blemish on the record, but it's going to be a very good experience moving forward for them.
I'll tell you about a game I was watching yesterday.
Please do.
12-point game under 3 minutes to go. One player individually went on an 8-0 run to spark a comeback, an unlikely comeback. As Richardson's, well, they're going to have to convert those.
Was this the college level?
Yeah, it was your Arizona Wildcats.
It shows you how good teams can be. Is this in the Washington game yesterday?
No. It was the women's game against Oregon State.
That's a women's game, though. Wow.
Points aplenty in the last 3 minutes. J.J. Hall in the backcourt, dribbles and gives to Butler. He's running out of time as he's got 1 second left, and there's the 10-second violation. No, but before they call that one a foul, is going to be whistled against Carafa.
Interesting to note, Derek, that shot clock is exactly at 25 seconds, meaning that there wasn't much time to give when that foul was committed. A little bit, getting used to that shot clock up there.
So a 12-point game, nearly forcing the turnover. Time is an issue. They're going to have to get the ball back here, are the Tigers. As Hall steps to the left. Nope, correction. That is Cardwell. Trying to get this one to a cutting Butler. Forces this one toward Bear Fisher, but it's taken away. But now Snowflake takes it right back. No, Carafa's got it. He's got Gooding on the right side to the rim. He scores that one to make it a 10-point game, but now 80 seconds remaining in the ball game. They're going to have to get it back and fast.
These Tigers move the ball very well in the transition game, very well. I'm sure it's a point of emphasis with their coaches. They have done a fantastic job today of moving things around and getting this ball where it needs to be as Cardwell comes up there.
Cardwell with a nice move, but he can't get the drop. 1 minute to play as Richardson comes to Richardson. Try to drop this one along the baseline. Gooding's got it. Got to hurry. 10-point game, 53 seconds left. Step into the left. Richardson tries a three-pointer that's off the front rim. Rebounds pulled down by Butler, and that's probably going to do it.
Very, very fast-paced game. A lot of very good ball being played. Yeah, you're right, Derek. But the Tigers, with a great effort, is there. Oh, I thought they were going to be able to get that fast break and close this off even more.
30 seconds to go. Snowflake will run its record to 10-3. But as you've been saying, I think this is a successful trip up for the St. David Tigers.
Absolutely. They're going to go home tonight, and they're going to be able to take a lot that they learned from this and be able to say, you know, we got these teams coming up and the speed, and they've played some very good defense and done some very good things in this basketball game.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the buzzer sounds as the Lobos win 62-52. We will give you our post-game thoughts after this. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Since 2006, Beeler Orthodontics has been creating spectacular smiles in the White Mountains. Dr. Beeler and his team use innovative technology and cutting-edge orthodontics while still providing a hometown experience. From traditional braces and clear aligners to surgical orthodontics, Dr. Beeler works with smiles of all ages. So call them today to schedule a complimentary exam at 928-537-7775 or visit them at BeelerOrtho.com. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Yeah, it's the player of the game. Straight line player of the game.
Snowflake wins. Well, we lost the final score, too.
All
right. Well, we got Cooper DeWitt.
I'm going to face.
Help us out now. Whatever you want to do. Do you know the final score? Can you help us with that first?
Oh, we won by 10.
Yeah.
It was like 62-52.
This has left the rails. Cooper DeWitt had 15 points and a bunch of rebounds. Take us through the first half. You're playing the St. David team, just a 1A school. What was your mindset going in?
We didn't underestimate them at all. We knew they were the best team in 1A rankings-wise, and they only lost one game, and it was to a 3A team. So we were expecting a pretty good challenge, and they gave us a pretty good one.
They were kind of hurting you on the offensive glass in the first half. What did your coach tell you at halftime?
He kind of just said we need to give some more effort. We were kind of struggling in that department. I don't know. We get a really good first quarter, but then the energy kind of went down in the second quarter, and I think we did a much better job of bringing that back up.
We were both really impressed by the interior passing that you and Claire were able to use to feed each other. Is that something that you feel you specialize in?
Yeah, I guess you could say that's something we specialize in. We've been playing together for a really long time, and so I think it's kind of just like we trust each other to be in spots that we can find each other.
Awesome.
You know, Cooper, watching you play, it looks like you're very fundamental at what you do, and then you had that nice little almost no-look layup. But what you do is you shoot those, 10-footers very well, and you rebound very well. What is your favorite part of your game that you are trying to? What is your favorite part of your game? What do you do to what are you trying to make better?
I like making free throws.
I love it.
And so, yeah, I guess being more aggressive.
Is that something that you haven't done a lot in the past?
What?
Is that something you haven't done a lot in the past?
Is make free throws?
Yeah.
I guess so. Kind of started off the season struggling from free throws, and I guess I'm doing a bit better at them.
So what's next for Snowflake?
We got conference play, or not conference, but region play, and hopefully we can take home our region.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Cooper.
You are Alberto's player of the game, or Beeler Orthodontics player of the game. You're some kind of player of the game. But Deemer's Glass Man, player of the game.
Thanks
for coming by.
Thank you, Cooper.
No problem.
We got Cooper DeWitt, who came by, and we just hung a bunch of money on him. He's like
he did a great job.
Yes, he did. Well, should we try to do any of these things for real? Or have we offended our sponsors enough? Let's do this really quick. But give me a glass rebounder of the game. Is that a thing?
I think you got to go with Claire and DeWitt. They both did a great job interior and getting things done. I was really impressed with how the Lobos were able to spread that offense, and when they did miss, their big guys were able to run. But credit St. David, especially Gooding, for getting in there and getting some rebounds. The St. David team is not going to go away for anybody they play.
The glass man of the game. I tell you what, because of all the job that especially Richardson and Mateo Carafa were going to do, I'm going to make them the glass men of the game because they were really able to get to the offensive glass, Deemer's Glass, called 188 Glass Man.
They did a great job. You can't underestimate that, Derek. They did a great job tonight, keeping the St. David team hanging around. I mean, we had that lead earlier, and they were able to build it back, and came up short. But a great opportunity for them to go forward in the 1A conference.
Now, do we do the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, or is that the Beeler Orthodontics player of the game? Because hold on, bated breath. This is the straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. 6-0 game, 6-point game, where you got the Lobos that looked like as shots were starting to fall from St. David. Couldn't pinpoint any one play that was going to start it, but the 9 straight points that Snowflake scored. There would be a series of Beeler Orthodontics plays of the game unless you got a better offer.
I believe they started the game with a 3-point shot.
The half?
The half, I mean. And that was good. It got them up in the lead. I absolutely agree with that, Derek. That's a good call on that one.
So those will be your Beeler Orthodontics straight line plays of the game. And you know what? I failed to give Northland Pioneer College shout-outs at the beginning of each quarter, so it just will hopefully serve as a little bit of a mea culpa as we remind you that Northland and Pioneer College is the place where you should go to start your college education and pay the lowest tuition in the state.
When it comes time to tip off your college education?
Yes, so kicking, tipping, whatever you're doing to start your college education, do it at Northland Pioneer College. Is that all of it? Did we do all of it? Are you sure?
Our sponsors make this possible, and we really enjoy that they give these young men an opportunity, young women an opportunity.
All right. Thanks so much to Nate, Scotty, Corbin, RJ, Daniel, Hewish, Palmer. We out. We'll talk to you soon.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Little Bluebird Studios, Comfort Fit Dentures, Aliberto's, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.